You may view the list of users that are internal to your company and can access the system by clicking on the Users menu item. From here, you can click on an arrow to bring up a detailed list. The default window that comes up will be their calendar. If they have any tasks or activities in the system that will fit within this particular time frame, they will show up. You can also modify the time frame to show day, week, month, or an agenda view. If that particular user has any tasks assigned to them, either for a project or anything else, it will be shown here. As you notice, they are sorted by date. Most recent ones will be up at the top. The ones farthest out will be out at the bottom. When they are overdue or past their follow-up date, they will turn red. When it is the follow-up date, it will turn green. Clicking on the I for any particular task will bring up the details regarding that particular task. From here, you can review the history. You can also type in an update, which will automatically add a date, timestamp, and will also put on the name of the user that had provided that update. If that user would like to enter that update and make that a time entry, he or she may also enter the manual number of hours that they've put in, or they can enter a start and an end time. If this particular user is associated with any quotes, sales orders, or projects, those will all be viewable from these particular tabs. If you want your users to be able to enter and submit expenses, they may do that here. Using the arrow in the top right, they can create new entries, which can include anything that you would be reimbursing them for. Categories can be customizable. From here, you can add images of receipts. Clicking on the Purpose tab will allow them to enter the activity that is specific for all of the items in this particular expense. From here, they may print it. They may hit Submit for their direct reports to review. You may also click on History to see the previous expense reports. If your users are entering time, they may do so here. Clicking on the plus will allow them to pick an account, a project, and then a task. Then if you want them to, you could specify whether it's billable, non-billable, or internal. You can enter a description here. And here you can type in the manual number of hours. Otherwise, you can have them manually check in and out. If they need to delete a particular time entry, they may do so by clicking on the trash can. And again, they can go ahead and modify these as long as they haven't submitted them. Currently, Jarvis is set to work on a 1-week cycle. So when the end of the week has come up and they have entered all their time, they will hit Submit. Once that is done, this will be essentially cleared out. The time will be stored, and you'll be able to view them by clicking on History. If this particular user would like to email this particular timesheet, he or she may do so by clicking on the mail icon. If you have the appropriate permissions, this is usually used by HR, you may go ahead and modify a lot of the information in here. If you have the permissions, you can select this icon and give the user access to the system. From here, you can toggle the activation. If you just want to disable them having access to it, you may do so. If you want to remove access to the system, you may delete the. If they have forgotten their password, you can reset their password here.